Hawk fans, welcome to Pittsburg High School. We made the trek, I don't know, about 80 miles or so down the road here, Jay, and getting ready for a kickoff on an evening that is starting to almost feel like fall around here.
Yeah, here in Camp County where it's about 70 degrees, and I've thoroughly enjoyed all day today. It's a little overcast in Texarkana this morning, but we do expect clear skies and a lot of stars above the field tonight.
And so we've made our way here, and the camera angles tonight, things may look a little different. We are broadcasting from the visitor side of the Pirate Stadium. They did a lot of work here back in 2017 on the home side of this stadium and sort of left the visitor side over here. And so we are in the old press box, and so things do look a little bit different as we go. And, Jay, it says here Pittsburg, the Hot Link capital of the year. Did you, capital of Texas, rather. Did you participate in any of those today?
I have not today, but I definitely enjoy a good Pittsburg Hot Link.
Yeah, they're good, and you can actually get them in Texarkana over at Shorty's, and so a good place for that. But I digress. I just like to talk about food. Tonight, the Pleasant Grove Hawks come in 6-0 on the season, 1-0 in district after the big win last week versus Gilmer, still ranked number 3 in Class 4A Division II. And after dispatching the Buckeyes last week 63-28, they were ranked 9 last week. They are no longer in the poll. Tonight on paper shows a 35-point favorite here against Pittsburg. And Jay, really tonight it's going to be about sharpening some things up, keeping stuff going. I was talking to Coach Gibson, and he said, you're going through the rest of your district, but you get into the playoffs and that, you've got to have guys that can go the whole game. You got to have guys that can focus the whole game. And so I think tonight and in the coming weeks, it's really going to be about some inward working on ourselves and what can we do as a squad out there as the Hawks to sharpen up and really just get better.
Well, and I think it's going to come down to not taking any plays off. And in order to do that, they're going to have to reach back and really, take advantage of the conditioning that they did for themselves back in August and, really trying to eliminate mistakes and missed assignments. And I think the schedule is going to set themselves up to be able to start identifying what they can work on each and every week. I don't think any team in this district needs to be overlooked, for sure.
Right, absolutely.
But I mean, if like you said on paper, should Pleasant Grove come out, with the win in tonight's game? If it's strictly on paper, absolutely. But the ball's not round; it bounces strangely. Last week we definitely had a higher number of penalties than what we've seen in the past.
Yep.
Although they were more of maybe, once the play was over, so the offsides and, things like that, those mental mistakes I haven't seen in a while.
Yep.
So I think we've worked through that, but I do think that tonight could be very, very interesting as far as our offense and what we get to see.
Yeah, and you talk about those penalties. I was talking to Coach Gibson down there, and he said one of the things that as a squad the boys talked about is they wanted to make sure that they had fewer than 40 yards in penalties on the night. He said his contribution to that was we will not accept unsportsmanlike penalties and personal fouls, and said, it's kind of been a point of contention that they've talked about this week, and he said, and it's not going to be a good situation because we did see some of that last week, kind of some chippiness in the game, and we saw it on both sides last week. But I think as a coach, that's something that he said, I added that one in, whether they wanted it added in or not, and so you did talk about that. Tonight the Pirates are going to bring an offense out here led by junior quarterback LaChristian Johnson. He has just under 800 yards passing so far on the season, 6 touchdowns. He's thrown 8 interceptions, 3 rushing touchdowns. He'll be joined in the backfield by running back Jalen Holloway. He has 4 touchdowns on the season, averaging 6 yards a carry. And the main target for Johnson has been Jeremiah Lamel. He's the leading receiver on the team, has 4 touchdowns, averaging 7.3 on a reception.
Well, and on the defensive side, I think people are going to be seeing double tonight, and that's because their leading tacklers are number 44, senior Levi Lane, and number 33, junior Jordan Vickers, both of them with 56 tackles. And so I expect to see them, in the backfield, quite often, trying to, keep this, running offense for Pleasant Grove at bay. But that's going to open up the the passing game, I think. But, Aiden Manley is going to be putting some pressure on Akari tonight. Number 5, he's got 3 sacks in the season. And then in the defensive backfield, Jabari Mary already has 2 interceptions for this season. He's number 11 and a senior. So I don't think, that the Pittsburgh defense has faced an offense quite as versatile as the Pleasant Grove offense tonight. And I do expect to see, a high-scoring game, from Pleasant Grove. Just going to depend on what Pittsburgh can dial up on the defense to try to keep that under 50 tonight.
Yeah, the head coach of the Pirates over there, Tristan Abram, I met him for the first time back when he was coaching a Paul Pewitt team that made it all the way to the state championship game. And was really impressed with just his demeanor, the way that he led young men out there on the team. I was able to interview him each week for the radio going into that state championship season, and really was just impressed with the type of man that he is and kind of the program he wants to run. And I've honestly just been a little bit disheartened the last couple of years because I kind of root for him. And, man, it seems like he's had some players and just had a few things that couldn't iron out. And so I'm interested to see how this Pittsburgh team adjusts as they go. The Hawks tonight will bring that high-powered offense. You alluded to it just a minute ago. And our first impact player we're going to talk about tonight is Akari Johnson. Last week, his performance earned the Class 4A Built Ford Tough Texas High School Football Player of the Week. That means he was the 4A Player of the Week for all the Ford dealerships across Texas for Week 7. It honors players from across the state in each classification for their performance on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Last week, he was 13 of 16 through the air, 268 yards, 4 touchdowns, rushed for another 163, 2 more scores on 19 carries. He also has a 3.92 GPA, and that's why he has offers from Duke, Stanford, Northwestern, but he's given a verbal pledge to play for the University of Arkansas Razorbacks. Johnson is completing 74% of his passes on the season and has amassed 1,262 yards and 15 touchdowns. Also leading the team in rushing with 458 yards and 6 touchdowns. He threw 3 interceptions, all on deep plays.
And the other impact player that I think we need to be mindful of tonight, and I think he may have a big night on the receiving side of the world, but Jalen Borley has really stepped it up in the running back role, especially with McFadden being out the last game. But he's got 276 yards rushing so far this year with 5 TDs and averaging 8.6 yards a carry. In receiving, he's actually leading the team with 323 reception yards and adds 3 TDs in the air, and is averaging more than 20 yards for every reception. So those two probably are going to hook up a lot tonight. I also think that Jackson Gibson's going to be an integral part of tonight, and Torian Phillips is actually Akari's number 1 targeted receiver.
Wow.
And so I expect those 3 tonight to have their name called out quite a bit.
Good to see that. And other games are going on tonight. North Lamar and Spring Hill playing tonight. The other 2 teams tied with Pleasant Grove for first place, which means one of those guys are going to be still in first place after tonight, and hopefully with the Hawks as well. But, you look at those 2 teams on paper, and you're like, man, what's going on with that? Spring Hill defeated Liberty Ilo last week. North Lamar beat this Pittsburgh team that we're going to play tonight. North Lamar is 5-1 on the season. 1-0. Spring Hill 2-4 with the win last week versus Liberty Ilo. They are playing in North Lamar, and then Gilmer and Liberty Ilo are playing tonight over across town in LE. And interested to see how that one goes and how the Buckeyes can bounce back from that. Of course, Liberty Ilo and Gilmer with a ton of history over there, and so I know a lot of people interested in that game. Both teams have taken the field out here. You can see the Hawks in our visiting icy white jerseys with those nice shiny gold helmets. Pittsburgh in the black tops, white bottoms, and the black helmets. We're going to turn it over to the on-air PA announcer and let you join them and us in the playing of our Star-Spangled Banner.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem.
All right, and so you see the big flag out there on the field. It's always good to start the game off that way. And the band playing that reminds me that tomorrow your Pleasant Grove Hawk Pride in Motion band will be traveling back this way, headed to Winsboro. Invitational contest over there. There's the spear contest that they have, and then next week heading to area. So the area contest next week, Jay, they can move on to that and hopefully make it down to San Antonio. Do want to remind you that each and every week this game is brought to you free of charge on Facebook and YouTube, and we are only able to do that because of the help of our amazing sponsors. You will see their logos in the corners all night long, as well as other places throughout the game. The Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, along with our very own Jay Davis here, Greg Orr Auto, Rocasa Organics, and Reliance Mechanical Contractors are our sponsors. Timeouts are brought to you each and every week by Texas A&M Texarkana, and our scoreboard sponsor brought to you by Commercial National Bank. And we are trying a new technology tonight where we'll have a clock for you on the scoreboard, and so we will try our best to keep that up with you as we go. And so I'm going to be trying to run that and talk to you at the same time, so we'll see how all that works, but we're going to give it our best shot, Jay, because we do know that you guys like to keep up with the time, and hopefully we can help you do that just a little bit more. We'll join the coin toss out here on the field now. Okay.
When you mentioned the sponsors, and I just want to let those that are listening know, give us a call. I actually had a longtime Pleasant Grove sponsor call me today and inquire how he can get involved, so if you can, just message us on
Absolutely.
Facebook or track down one of our phone numbers, and we'll definitely get you in front of Morgan Smith to see how you can help support these young men and get some exposure out there for
Yes,
these young men.
Love to have you on the broadcast and get to talk about what you do each week. The Hawks will start on offense. We will receive the ball going from our left to right as we get this thing ready to kick off.
And I did catch that the captains for Pittsburgh tonight are Dylan Clifton, defensive lineman, and Ryan Herridge, offensive lineman.
All right, so a couple of the big guys going on out there. And I do have to say, for a long time, and this goes back just to all my days in radio, I've always referred to the guys up front as the Big Uglies. However, Mrs. Smith, Daryl Smith's mom, wanted me to make sure that I refer to them as the Trench Dogs, she said, because her baby is not ugly, and she wanted to make sure. And we've known each other since, I don't know, I was in middle school and she was in high school for a long time. And so she was just like, don't call my baby ugly. And so it's the Trench Dogs. So I'll try my best, but I will not make any promises. Some things are just ingrained in my head.
Well, I'm just glad you're not the only one that gets comments from mom and dad
Hey,
once
you
in a
know,
while for
that's-
comments that we make up here.
Absolutely.
And, we try to be as nice as we can, but, sometimes things do stand out to us, and we feel the need to share.
Sometimes it happens, and that's all right, and we do the best we can and ask for grace when we can. Number 13 for the Pirates, Alonzo Solorio, has the ball teed up right at midfield. Ready to get this thing kicked off.
And I think that's KJ Reeder back deep.
All right. Oh, I'm in that is KJ Reeder. And Reeder has some room around the left side. He's across midfield. Breaks the tackle at the 40. And he's going to be into Pirate territory.
And
that's
and
Torian.
that kick was a little short, and Torian Phillips fielded that, and KJ actually passed him and made a very good block to allow him to find that crease and get a very, very deep run back.
So the Hawks set up inside Pittsburgh territory to start this thing off on the 37-yard line. Two receivers split to each side for Akari Johnson back in shotgun, and he wants to throw as he looks left, now looks back to the right, fires it now underneath to the check down intended for Lance Jackson.
Yeah, Lance was looking for those yards after catch, and ball just fell incomplete.
Got to watch it all the way in. I think that's what the coaches used to say. Make sure you get it there. And so You see Lance wearing number 5 tonight. Sometimes he'll wear 5, sometimes he wears 40. But he is in number 5 there tonight, lined up as tight end. 2 receivers again, split to each side, tailback over on the left. Akari wants to throw again. Now fires, caught in the middle. It's complete to Jabrian Baltimore. Baltimore will be down near the 20. It's enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, Brian Cardenas was there for the stop along with a few others. He's already got 17 total tackles so far this season and 1 fumble recovery.
The Hawks will scrimmage from the 22-yard line. 2 receivers split to each side. Johnson wanting to throw again. Has a man in his face, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. That's number 44. You talked about him in the pregame there, Levi Lane. And he shot through the left side of the line with some speed.
Yeah, very, very good technique coming off. Basically did a little arm sweep there to get past the lineman.
Moves it back to the 32-yard line. This time fake the handoff to Bells. Johnson rolling to his right to throw. Fires, it's too high. Intended for Jackson Gibson. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Hawks.
And on that underneath coverage there, Levi Lane, once again, number 44, getting involved in the play. So we have a 3rd and long here.
So 3rd and 20 to go for Pleasant Grove. Feel like you're in 4-down territory here, and you get it down around the 20. We're certainly inside field goal range. Akari wanting to throw once again. Moving to avoid pressure. Now he's going to pull it down, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to step out of bounds near the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down and long here, and we'll see if we keep the offense out here on the field.
Yeah, Levi Lane there coming out of coverage once he saw Akari tuck that to keep him to a short gain.
A 47-yard attempt from here, so we will not go for this. So 4th down and 17, and the Hawks behind the sticks here early. 2 receivers split wide on the right side. Jackson Gibson and Jalen Bordley. Akari Johnson wanting to throw, firing in the middle, caught. Touchdown, Hawks. Jackson Gibson.
Yeah, Jackson adds 1 more to his total of 5, so he has got 6 for the season.
The numbers kind of messing me up. It looked like a 7, but I knew based on the shape and the speed it was Jackson out there. The kick is up, and it is good. 10-18 remaining in the first quarter. The Hawks leading 7-0 after a 4th down touchdown pass. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
Welcome back here to Pittsburg. The Hawks scoring early. And now the kickoff, deep man for the Pirates has some room into the middle of the field. That's Dale Jones, number 16. Makes it up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And a little pushing going on after this. Looked like Buxton's helmet got pulled off there. And a flag before that.
And to share with him that was
a foul. It'll be called against the Hawks. We'll try to decipher all this from the back. And they're not going to call the face mask on the front end of it. So it'll be a person yard line. And you can see Coach Gibson asking over here, hey, brings the team out here on the field. He's joined by Jalen Holloway in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right side, 1 to the left. Now he moves the receiver over to the left side. The man in motion, Marcus Moten. Hands the ball off to the deep man. That's number 22, Lane Hall. Picks up about 3 yards on the play, just outside the 45 at the 46. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
And Noah Sexton there making his first tackle of the night, and he leads the team with 53 so far this season, 24 of those being solo, and in my opinion, that one's going to count as a solo tackle.
Noah keeping the tradition like the other side with the double numbers on linebackers, wearing double nickel. Now the Pirates shifting the formation a little bit. Looked like somebody got moving a little bit early there. Jalen Holloway gets the tote, though, and several people bottled up. We've got to blow the whistle at some point. Lots of pushing there, and they finally blow the whistle to stop play. Forward progress takes it inside the 40 to around the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now for the Pirates, and they're quickly back to the line. 2 receivers left side, 1 right. Offset backs in the backfield. Hard count from Johnson. Looks over to the sideline.
And it is 3rd and 3, so big play here for the defense.
Johnson hands to Holloway again. He's going to get out of the backfield and have some room. Holloway cuts it inside at the 20, 10, 5, shove from behind, and he's out of bounds just before the end zone. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Pirates, and Holloway just found a seam down that right side.
Yeah, he was able to get outside of the containment that Pleasant Grove had set up and advanced quickly down the field. His speed definitely surprised me.
1st and goal for Pittsburg from the Hawk 2-yard line. Look over and get the call, and if they try to break the huddle and get moving quickly. Three backs in the backfield, quarterback under center, hands off to Lane again, and he is in. Touchdown.
Yeah, 1st and goal is tough to stop there with the Pleasant Grove Hawk defense, and Pittsburgh is able to get 6 points up on the board.
Now we wait on the extra point. Number 4, Alan Ramirez, set to kick.
And he is perfect for the season, 17 for 17.
His snap is back, kick is up, and he is still perfect tonight. 8:11 left in the first quarter. We are all knotted at 7 as each team capitalizes on a short field to score on the opening drives. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back here to Pittsburgh. The Pirates set to kick off after they punch in a score, and we're all knotted at 7 here in the first quarter. KJ Reeder back deep to receive the kick from Alonzo Solario. We're going to have a little short pooch kick. It's going to be bounced and picked up by one of the up men for the Hawks. He's knocked out of bounds on that side. I couldn't see who that was. And that was Akari Johnson on the return over there.
Yeah, I have been impressed with the aggressiveness, and they're eagerly trying to listen to Coach right now.
Yeah, they did come over here on the sidelines, mouthing a little bit at Coaches over here, very interesting. 1st and 10 now for the Hawks on the 34-yard line. 2 receivers right side, 1 receiver to the left side. Johnson gets the snap, fakes the handoff, wants to throw, caught. Lance Jackson underneath at the 40. Jackson inside the 45, right near midfield. It'll be enough to move the sticks. He's brought down by Dale Jones, but Lance Jackson from the tight end position.
Yeah, good little throw right over the arms of number 44 Lane, and Jackson able to get about 14 yards there.
1st and 10 Hawks at the 49-yard line as they look over to the sideline and get the call. They're going to split personnel, flip them from one side to the other. Bordley and Gibson lined up to the left side. Jackson and the H-back to the right. Fake the handoff. Akari rolling left, firing down, caught. Jackson Gibson have enough for the first down. Down inside Pirate territory to the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks.
Yeah, Jackson able to get right in between 2 coverage guys and make a good catch and get out of bounds.
1st and 10, Pleasant Grove. Same formation with 2 receivers split to each side. Nick Bales is the tailback. They fake to him again, throw underneath. Torian Phillips now breaks leading target for Akari on the season. Second down and 8 to go now for the Hawks. 2 receivers to each side. Akari points out coverage in front of him, pulls it down, fires. Caught, Jalen Bordley. He'll have enough for the first down, shoved out of bounds near the 19-yard line. Stop the clock temporarily to move the sticks. 1st and 10 Hawks are just methodically moving down the field on the arm of Akari Johnson. Once again, 1st and 10 Pleasant Grove, this time scrimmaging from the Pirate 19.
Yeah, Akari doing a good job just going through his progressions, finding that open Hawk.
Fakes the handoff to Bells. Caught. Bordley. Bordley at the 10. Bordley will be close to first down yardage as he gets inside the 10 down near the 8. It is going to be enough for the first down. 1st and goal for the Hawks.
Yeah, Bordley's just such a strong runner once he gets that ball heading downfield and able to take a couple of Pirates with him to get that Hawk first down.
Again, 2 receivers split to each side. 1st and goal from the 8. Akari dropping back. Pulls it down now. Akari Johnson trying to do it with his feet, and he'll step out of bounds near the 6. It'll be 2nd down and goal, and I think that may only be the 2nd run play of the night for the Hawks. Levi Lane providing pressure there. He already has a sack on the night. That time he forces Akari out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 7.
Yeah, I thought Akari's move to the to the first line was going to be able to draw some of those receivers open, but just had to keep it himself.
He wants to throw again. 2 men providing pressure in the backfield, firing toward the end zone, and it's just incomplete. There's a flag that comes in late here in the area of a hold, and we'll see what the flag is. So the Hawks marched down and scored on a Jackson Gibson touchdown, and the Pirates answered quickly, scoring on the ground. So we got, well, he pointed to both sides, so let's see what's going on here. Holding against the Hawks. And we will replay 2nd down, so a 10-yard penalty. It'll still be 2nd and goal, but it's going to back us up to the 17-yard line. Hawks scored on 4th down from just outside this position on the first drive. Now we're 2nd and goal from the 17. 2 receivers again to each side. Johnson pulling it down, has some room in the middle. Akari Johnson, nobody's going to get him. Touchdown, Hawks! Akari Johnson On a drive that was all passes, drops back, and there was not a black jersey within 10 yards of the hash marks in the middle of the field. And Akari Johnson takes advantage and punches it in from 17 yards away.
And he adds to his team-leading 6 touchdowns to make it 7 on the ground.
Knuckleball kick is up, but it is good. 5:31 remaining in the first quarter. Hawks 14, Pirates 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, classic Buick GMC, classic Cadillac, classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, classic Kia, classic Mazda, classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pittsburg. The Hawks 2 for 2 on touchdown drives tonight. This time, 17-yard touchdown run by Akari Johnson makes it 14-7. And Carter Buxton has the ball teed up on the left hash, set to kick off once again.
I want to give a quick shout out to Craig Hicks watching us from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
High end over end kick. Fielded by Marcus Moten at the 2-yard line, and he is going to be dropped quickly just after the 25. Is that our Craig Hicks from the school there? Or just a different Craig Hicks?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he's on a trip down there. Craig Hicks, one of our officers there at the intermediate school. I have to see if that's.
Well, Kenmarion Jones making a very, very good hit to limit Pittsburg to just to the 22, 23-yard line.
Pirates come out with 2 receivers to the left side and 1 on the right side. 2 backs in the backfield, offset. Heavy to the right side of the formation. Now they move a receiver in motion to that side as well. Hand the ball off once again to Holloway. Searches for some room in the middle of the formation, gets up across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 9-yard pickup on first down, and not real fast movement on that, but just sort of a patient waiting for things to open up, and Holloway picks up 8 yards on first down. I'll back him up a little bit.
Yeah, wrapped up there by Ty Boozer. Give a shout out to a PG alum that's watching. That is Mike Crazy Crane, one of the early linemen that I recall for Pleasant Grove.
Johnson goes under center now, hands to Holloway again, off tackle right. He'll have enough for the first down. Buck Anderson making the tackle for the Hawks, but it is enough to move the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates at the 35-yard line.
Pleasant Grove looking to make some adjustments to keep Hadaway under control.
2 receivers left side now, 1 receiver right side. Again, this time the handoff to Hall. And he's going to be stacked up quickly by that Hawk defense. Looks like number 50. That wasn't 50. Who is that right in the middle there? That's Eddie Tank, number 60. And does a good job of sealing up some holes there in the middle. And that time, Hall ran into Tank and wasn't anywhere to go after that. I'll give him credit for about half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Single back now, 3 backs in the backfield. And Holloway gets the carry, and they just use those other backs to be extra blockers, and Holloway gets up across the 40-yard line to around the 42. We're going to be 3rd down and 3 now. Big 3rd down here for this Hawk defense.
And unfortunately, his helmet came off, so he's going to have to sit out at least a play.
Holloway comes out, so Lane Hall and Marcus Moten, the man who was the return man on that last play, the two backs in the backfield. 10 seconds on the play clock as they get the snap. Hand it off to Hall, and he is rocked immediately. He will not get first down yardage. That Hawk defense with big penetration there. And once again, Eddie Tank, the man in the middle. Buck Anderson coming over the top as well. And fourth down, the Pirates quickly back to the line and going for it here on fourth down, or at least looking up, and now they're going to send in the punt unit. Trying to see how the Hawks were lined up. And now we've got a timeout. Timeout Pittsburgh, so might have confused themselves a little bit more. I tell you what, we're going to take one with them, this Texas A&M Texarkana timeout. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day. Again, this timeout brought to you by Texas A&M Texarkana. And so a little bit of confusion there for the Pirates here on fourth down. They kept the offense in, then tried to get some punt team in, and I just had a whole lot of people out there on the field at one time. But now they are set up to punt. Jalen Boardley standing back near the Hawk 32-yard line awaiting the punt from number 12, Nick Stiles. He's a sophomore for the Pirates. Line drive punt, bounces at about the 32, and it's going to take a Pirate roll. Boardley picks it up at the 25-yard line, stumbles just a little bit, and he'll be tackled immediately after that. And so the Hawks will have it first down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Number 18, William Strube, the first man down there for Pittsburgh. There's a flag up near the 35-yard line. We'll see what the call is here.
44, Levi Lane was once again there for Pittsburgh on the stop.
So after trading touchdown drives to start the game, the Hawks scored on their second drive, got a stop here on defense, and now Pleasant Grove starting drive number 3 inside their own 20, also pending the results of the laundry out here on the field. It seems like it takes this crew a while to talk about it. It's going to be a hold on the Hawks. They're going to call that against Jamon Wheeler. So that'll back Pleasant Grove up even longer and make this a longer drive. And Jam's going to say it's just going to make the touchdown pass that much longer. How about that?
Yeah, that's could be a little stat padding there. And I want to give one more shout out. This may be the furthest one of our viewers tonight, but and I hope that I get this right. Sagami, Japan.
Wow.
Dave Smith watching our stream tonight.
Thanks for joining us, Dave, from across the ocean there. Probably a little brighter over there than it is here right now. The Hawks will scrimmage from their own 11-yard line. Johnson rolling to his left, wanting to throw. Throws it underneath, caught Jackson Gibson. Gibson gets up across the 25-yard line. Shoved out of bounds right near the 30. It'll be enough to move the chains. First and 10, Pleasant Grove. You can hear the crowd on our side letting everyone know that it is a first down.
And that reception there gives Akari 100 yards already in this first quarter.
2:15 left, and Akari passing the century mark. Rolling to his right, trying to add to it now. Firing down the field, has a man there. Caught! Justin Castile gets it down deep into Pirate territory down near the 25-yard line. He's a little shaken up at the end of that play. And they're able to get him up. Might have just been winded a little bit. Castile got behind the defense there, had to come back for it. But Akari, a good job of seeing him down there. And it's first and 10 Hawks at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he actually cut his route and just started running a go. And Akari saw him and was able to get a connection there. Another first down for the Hawks.
First and 10, Pleasant Grove at the 27. 3 receivers left side, 1 right side, and now Got a little bit of movement there, and maybe they haven't. There's going to be a delay of game against the Hawks. Nope. Yep. It will be a delay of game. The play clock ran out. There's no way that was 40 seconds. They say it's a false start against the Hawks, so it was not a delay of game. 1:40 remaining in this first quarter. The Hawks lead at 14-7. The false start moves it back to the 32-yard line. It'll be first down and 15 now for Pleasant Grove as Akari Johnson and company come out of the huddle. Three receivers over to the left side are Jackson Gibson, Torian Phillips, and Jalen Boardley. Johnson rolling to that side and wanting to throw, fires the ball, caught by Boardley at the 20. Jalen Boardley looked like he was going to be able to escape the hands of Marcus Moten. Moten does a good job to hold on to him there. Picked up about 13 of the 15 they needed. Second down and 2 now for the Hawks. Ball down at the 20-yard line. Now they send the three receivers over to the right side, one man to the left. Now they send Boardley in motion, fake to him. He wants to throw. Akari rolling right. Throws it to the crossing route underneath at the 10. Breaking off of a tackle there at the 5. It's first and goal. Pleasant Grove. Jabrian Baltimore, the sophomore, comes across the formation. Akari hits him streaking across the middle there.
Yeah, Akari doing just a great job finding an open Hawk almost on each and every passing play here.
Two receivers now split to each side. Akari fakes the handoff, wants to throw. Tries to get it to Jackson Gibson. It falls incomplete. It'll stop the clock with 26 seconds left. Second down and goal now from the 5.
Yeah, Pittsburgh actually using the shorter field to their advantage and being able to apply a little bit tighter coverage on these Pleasant Grove Hawk receivers.
Lance Jackson back in the game now to spell Torian Phillips. Jackson lined up an H-back to the right side. Hand the ball off. Touchdown, Hawks. Nick Bells punches it in, so lots of passes, get down in the red zone, diving in for a touchdown again, and Nick Bells spreads the Hawk lead.
Yeah, Nick adding one more TD to his 4 so far, so he now has 5 for the season and is well over 350 yards total rushing for him so far this season.
Caleb Jones set to kick. His kick is up. This one high end over end kick, and it is good. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. The Hawks lead at 21-7. We'll take a break.
The area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
Welcome back here to Pirate Stadium here in Pittsburg, Texas. 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Hawks leading at 21-7 after Nick Bales on a 5-yard touchdown run spreads the Hawk lead to 2 scores.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove actually coming out with a good plan tonight to get the passing game going and allowing Akari to find those open Hawks tonight, already with about 170 yards passing, but closed it out with a rushing touchdown by Nick Bales. Nick Bales is just one of those gifted runners along with Jalen Boardley that Pleasant Grove has.
Buxton with the ball teed up on the left hash. High end over end kick. Once again, Marcus Moten fielding it. He fields it at the 1-yard line, looking for some room. And he's going to have some. Moten gets all the way up into the second level, finally knocked out of bounds by Buxton. But the Pirates will be in good field position. We got a little pushing and shoving going on after this one. Buxton made the tackle out of bounds and had his helmet knocked off again. Not really sure what was happening there, but he's holding his face. I'm not really sure what was there, and we're going to have to get this one worked out here on the field.
Yeah, there may be some players that don't get to finish tonight's game.
So the referees will have to figure this out. There were several flags.
Yeah, Buxton's not your typical kicker. He's he laid the wood on the the runner on the other side, and
went off into their sideline, which is always a little bit dangerous when you go over there, and then his helmet came off in the process. So we will wait for this to get sorted out here on the field.
Looks like the coaches are gathering up the Hawks to get them together and have some discussions on how they're going to finish this game out.
So we'll see how this one is ironed out, and the officials are huddling up. Both teams are huddling up on either side, and we will, while we wait for this to get ironed out, the white hat going to talk right now to Coach Abram, let him know what's going on, and we'll see if he comes over here to Coach Gibson. Gilmer leading Liberty Ilo 28-0, 24 seconds left in the first quarter of that one. The Spring Hill leading North Lamar 21-7, 9:25 left in the first half of that ball game. Carthage leading Rusk 21-0. Paris up 21-0 over Nevada.
Take the time to give a quick shout out to Brian Bolt watching, and a couple of more alum that I can recognize. Jenny Bearden, Mike Harris.
Lots of people around the way. Make sure you share the stream and let people know that you are watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football. Again, the Hawks leading 21-7. The Pirates will have the ball when we come out of this time here as they try to figure out some of the penalties. A return, which really was a good return there by Marcus Moten. He brought it all the way back from the 2-yard line, found a seam around the right side of the kicker, and a little bit of pushing and shoving from both teams over there, and this is where they'll have to iron out everything that's going on out here. And so the referee talking to Coach Gibson, explaining to him what is happening.
Give a shout out to Fallon Turner, also taking the time to catch tonight's game, and Joyce Cook, shout out to you as well, and longtime Hawk fan Buddy Shelton. I see him on here.
I see. Leave my Hooks man alone. It's being a Hornet by schooling. It's a strange thing to see myself in a PG shirt sometimes, Jay. So
you look beautiful.
Leave my Hooks man alone here. But Hooks off tonight, but man, they're having a great season, and so yeah, hopefully they're able to watch what we're doing. All right, dead ball. Personal foul against the Pirates. Somebody was disqualified over there. Somebody against the Hawks. And they're disqualified as well. So, all is said and done. A couple of guys getting into it, and they're going to say, hey, we're not going to allow it. And one guy from each team is ineligible to continue on. I didn't hear the numbers of what was going on there, but hopefully we can get all that shipping this out and get back out there. So again, both coaches are got their teams lined out, and so the Hawks will come out on defense. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates at the 47-yard line. 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Hawks lead it 21-7. We've had a Jackson Gibson touchdown reception. We've had an Akari Johnson touchdown run and a Nick Bells touchdown run. First and 10 for the Pirates. 3-back backfield with one receiver split to each side for LaChristian Johnson, the quarterback. He hands the ball off to Morton. Morton trying to come left, gets stretched out, and there's a flag on the play. Should be a hold here against the Pirates. Jaden Scales comes up to make the tackle for Pleasant Grove. Lance Jackson assisting on the tackle as well. And the hold against the Pirates will back them up 10 yards.
Yeah, Xavier Johnson also coming in to help make that stop. Pleasant Grove doing a nice job swarming after some early adjustments that they've made. After that first series, they've really kept the running game in check tonight so far.
So the penalty will keep it first down, make it 1st down and 20, moves it back to the 37-yard line, and the first quarter is going to wind away that way. Your score at the end of one, Hawks 21, Pirates 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day. Folks, welcome back here as we get ready to start the second quarter here at Pirate Stadium in Pittsburgh. We've flipped the field, and it'll be 1st down and 20 to go. Formation picked off. Hawks have it. Landon West playing middle linebacker, and Pleasant Grove will be set up inside Pirate territory with the interception. And the defense said they wanted 3 turnovers on the night, and that's 1 of 3.
Well, Christian Johnson has had his fair share of interceptions so far this season, and that makes note of that interception. It's his 2nd turnover of the season. I think he's also got a fumble.
The Hawk offense back out on the field now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Defense sets them up in favorable territory. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side, H-back in on the left side as well. Akari Johnson looking to his left, wants to throw, and he's going to be bottled up. There's a flag on the play. Looks like it's in the area of a hole, but Akari trying to step into the pocket and went right into the arms of a defender.
Yeah, Pittsburgh only sending 4 that time, but able to get some pressure there to cause Akari to have to step up, but the sack will not count. Looks like they'll.
No, they're going to decline it.
Okay.
And make it 2nd down. It was a loss of
quite a bit, 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, 7 or 8 anyway. And so to them, it was worth it to get the loss of down. 2nd down and 17 to go for the Hawks now. Akari rolling to his left, wanting to throw, firing, caught. Jackson Gibson on the sideline. No, they say he was out of bounds.
One on my iPad because it's a little bit behind.
A little bit behind here.
And that's tough. That's a tough call there.
That's probably one of those that if you're a Hawk fan, you say it's a catch. If you're a Pirate fan, you say no way. And that's why the Zebras have to make the calls. 3rd down now and 17 for the Hawks. Two receivers over to the right side now for Akari Johnson. Surveying the field. Steps up into the pocket. Throws it underneath. Incomplete. Tried to hit Nick Bales. And Akari takes a shot at the end of that play. And again, the defensive lineman able to provide some pressure. And now it's 4th down and 17 for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, with the way that the Pleasant Grove Hawk defense has been playing tonight, Gibson is leaving the offense on the field.
Yeah, you feel like your defense has kind of got their ears pinned back trying to go for something. Landon West set them up here on an interception. We'll see what we can do here on 4th down. 4th and 17 here for the Hawks. Two receivers splits each side. Akari wants to throw again. Firing into the middle. Almost intercepted. Trying to get it down the field to Lance Jackson, and Marcus Moten read it well. Hit him on the number 7 in his chest, fell incomplete. And so the ball will go over on downs to the Pirates. And it'll be 1st and 10 Pittsburgh at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, Akari fortunate there that Moten just not able to.
Yeah, Johnson might have telegraphed that one just a little bit too much. And trying to get it down there to Lance. So the Hawk defense now back out on the field after forcing a turnover themselves on the last drive. Johnson brings his offense out with two receivers to the right side, one left. He's joined in the backfield by Jalen Holloway. Junior tailback has had a good game for them tonight, and now Jaquavion Veasley comes into the slot, and the Pirates are going to take a timeout because they want to talk about it. We're going to take one with them. This timeout brought to you by Texas A&M Texarkana. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texas.
You can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
Welcome back here to Pittsburgh. The Pirates out there, also our scoreboard sponsor, Commercial National Bank. You can see their logo right there in the middle above the clock that we have. We're trying to keep up with it. We're doing pretty good keeping it close there. And, of course, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, Gregor Auto, Roe Casa Organics, and Reliance Mechanical Contractors. All those folks you see in the corners of the screen help us bring this to you each and every week. Pirates back out on offense now. Hand the ball off to Holloway. He's looking for some room in the middle. Hawks wrap him up there and read that one well. Looks like that is B.J. Rochelle out there.
Yeah, he's got a new number this week, 36.
Two receivers split to each side. I knew that number looked funny to me.
Yeah, he and Eddie Tank are doing a good job in the middle of that defensive line tonight.
The Pirates send two to each side. Johnson back in shotgun. He wants to throw. Throws it underneath, trying to get a screen pass set up to Holloway. And the Hawks read it well. Eddie Tank coming in at the end of that play. The first man there for Pleasant Grove is Buck Anderson, the sophomore. Number 22 sniffed it out, and it'll be 3rd down and 3 to go with the ball just inside Pittsburgh territory at the 49.
Yeah, Buck Anderson missed a little bit of playing time earlier in the season, but that is his choice.
They balance it out. Nope, got a lot of folks moving around back here. They better get reset. Empty backfield now. And Johnson, quarterback keeper, and he takes a shot at the end of that. Lance Jackson, the first man there, and then Buck Anderson coming in, but it will be enough to move the sticks as they get just across the needed line to gain. They're into Hawk territory down to the 47-yard line.
And another shout out to an alumni going back to 1987, Jennifer Macy Caldwell, who is highly involved in our local high school's substitute teaching out there.
Three receivers on the right, one on the left. Johnson rolling right, looking to fire down the field, throws it low. It's caught. That's number 16, Dale Jones, and he caught that one off his laces. Picks up a route 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Lance Jackson getting back there and just blowing up the running back that was trying to provide some blocking, and then Noah Saxon there for the stop for Pleasant Grove. Split
receivers evenly, 2 to each side. Hand off to Holloway. Tries to needle his way through. His helmet comes off, takes a shot at the end of that one. Stop the clock temporarily. It'll be third down. He's just shy of the yard to gain. That's the second time his helmet's come off, and he had to take a play off, and they might need to check his chin strap out over there.
Yeah, Xavier Johnson coming up from the safety position there to help make that stop. He is second on the team in tackles, and that one puts him at about 50 for the season.
Hard snap. There's a flag on the play. It looks like maybe a free play. Johnson on the carry. Steps out of bounds just inside the 30. He'll have enough for the first down, and we'll see. But it did look like one of the Hawks got moving just a little bit early.
Yeah, KJ Reeder there forcing him out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It'll be enough to move the sticks. First down and 10 for the Pirates. Hawks leading 21-7 here with 8.5 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, Jalen Bordley and Landon West both coming in. Defense.
Two receivers split to each side. They send the tailback. This time it's number 22, Lane Hall. Johnson throws underneath, caught. Look like Styles again on the carry for them. Should be on the reception. He'll be about 5 yards on the play. Gets it inside the 30. KJ Reeder comes up to make the tackle from the safety spot. Landon West involved in that tackle as well. Two receivers split to each side. Johnson picks up the bobbled snap, hands it off to Hall. Hall trying to get around the left side.
Yeah, Hall, good vision there, realizing the ball was on the turf and being able to advance it for a short gain.
They look over to the sideline. 15 seconds on the play clock as they try to get the play in here. Two receivers on the right, one receiver on the left. Two backs in the backfield now, offset to the right. Hands the ball off to Holloway. Ball 5, touchdown Hawks, and the Hawks do it on defense. Jalen Bordley scoops up the fumble and takes it back 75 yards and stretches the Pleasant Grove lead.
Yeah, just when you think Pittsburgh is starting to move the ball a little bit, some of that by penalty, but Bordley there picking up that ball and outrunning everyone on the field.
Second turnover of the evening for the Hawk defense. This time, a scoop and score by Jalen Bordley. Caleb Jones now set to kick the extra point. We can get everything started. Here we go. A little bit of a high snap. The kick is up, and it is Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day. All right, folks, welcome back here to Pittsburgh. 6:56 remaining in the first half. The Hawks leading it 28-7 after Jalen Bordley scoops up a fumble, takes it 75 yards back for pay dirt. Caleb Jones will have the ball teed up back at home, and I know he's getting ready to go to the band contest with us all day tomorrow. And so hope you're enjoying the show tonight, staying safe out there. And we will see you tomorrow back in Texarkana. Jones with the ball teed up on the left hash.
I want to give Tony Kirk a shout out as well. Hopefully he's enjoying retirement.
Ball picked up at the 15-yard line. Dale Jones on the return. And looked like Roland Ritchie, the sophomore, the first man down there for Pleasant Grove to make the play. Wearing number 16 over here.
Jaden Scales in on that stop as well. You know, Pleasant Grove defense has really looked good since that first opening drive that Pittsburg has.
That's 2 of the 3 that they said they wanted to have. I think that Josh said they said 5, and he's like, well, I don't know. You might want to tone it down. They said 3. Maybe he should have stuck with the original number there. 2 receivers now split to each side as the Christian Johnson brings out the Pirate offense. Jalen Holloway joins him once again in the backfield. And we're going to try to see what's going on out here. Pleasant Grove takes a timeout. And not sure what is going on. I don't know, a little bit of confusion over on the sideline. But the Hawks going to take a timeout. We're going to stay here with them.
Yeah, Coach Gibson taking an opportunity to maybe have some discussions with the refereeing crew.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's a little bit of confusion about something that was going on, that's for sure.
We've got both bands in both end zones, or at the ends of both fields, getting ready for
the visitor side. So just understand if you look at it and you think maybe something's going on with your TV, it's just we're broadcasting from over here tonight, and so the bands obviously will perform to the home side, and so things will look a little bit different. Over in Paris, Longview Spring Hill leading Paris North Lamar 21-13. Those 2 teams also undefeated in district. And Gilmer leading Liberty Ilo 35-6 there in Texarkana. 2.5 minutes left before halftime in that. Carthage up 35-0 over Rusk. Texas High leading Marshall 14-7. And Redwater is up over Paris Chisholm 20-8. That's most of the scores for the Texas teams around Texarkana.
And we may even have a few Texas High fans with us tonight because we were not able to get the stream going for the Texas High Marshall game, but we'll definitely keep up the scores throughout the evening.
Yeah, we'll try to let you know what they're doing down there, and Texas High ought to be able to go down there and handle business against the Mavericks, and just a little less accommodating to visitor media, and not sure that's all that necessary, but here we are. So we'll just leave it at that. How about that, Jay?
That sounds great to me. There's no sense in me getting in any trouble.
Pirates back on offense. Hand the ball off to Holloway, looking for some room in the middle. Several white jerseys converge on him around the ball. KJ Greer, big number 77, the sophomore. Wrapped up in that play, also number 22, Buck Anderson.
And Noah Sexton as well, just bottling up that running game of Pittsburg tonight.
2nd down and 5 to go now for the Pirates. 3 receivers left side, 1 on the right side. Hand the ball to Holloway again. And he takes a shot in the middle of the field, and that is Noah Sexton.
Yeah, Mathis Buxton also there to help with that stop.
Hawk defense making some adjustments here, getting the right personnel on the right side. Had a man crossing the line there, a little free play. The ball comes out incomplete. However, it's going to be a free 5 yards here, and look like the defender on this left side got just over the line a little bit too far.
Yeah, that was Jace Elrod that hit the receiver, and the receiver is still on the ground. That's going to be one of those plays where maybe he's going to have Jason his thoughts next time that ball's up in the air.
It'll make you think before you jump that high again, exposing your ribs, that's for sure. He is able to get up. That was Marcus Moten, the intended receiver. It'll be enough for it. Side again. Johnson now has a man in motion, drops down to throw. Rolling to his left, being pursued, firing down the field, and it is caught. Nick Stiles on the reception, and he has it inside the Hawk 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates into Pleasant Grove territory, and Stiles just got past the defense there, and Johnson did a good job to hit him. high point of the ball, able to pull it in. It's 1st and 10 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Jace Elrod there with the stop and defense there. A little porous. Allows them to get a long gain there.
3 receivers out to the right side now, 1 to the left side. He moves the tailback over. Lane Hall back in the backfield with Johnson. Throwing underneath, incomplete, ball too high, sailing out of bounds. Trying to get it back over there to Styles, but Styles really not even making an attempt on that one. Caden McFadden. Is that McFadden in coverage over there? We haven't even talked about K-Mac tonight. No, that's
not seeing him out there.
No, I think that's Torian Phillips. The numbers are on these gold jerseys from across the field. A little bit difficult to see. 2 receivers split to each side. Johnson throws it underneath, ball bounces around, incomplete. Trying to set up a little tunnel screen. Hawks had it covered well, but the receiver unable to bring it in. That was Dale Jones, the intended target. Brings up 3rd down now and 10 to go.
Yeah, KJ Reeder and Eddie Tank sniffed that out and put a little pressure. Pittsburgh just unable to make the catch there.
2 receivers over on the right side, 1 to the left side. A little bit of a low snap. They hand the ball off to Hall. Hall trying to turn the corner. He has a good run out to the left side. He's going to be shy of the 1st down. They say he stepped out at about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, KJ Reeder once again out there making the hit, forcing him out of bounds.
The Pirates get quickly back to the line, but then they look over to the sideline to get the call from the coach as we roll inside of 15 seconds on the play clock. Now they get it snapped. Holloway on the carry. He's hit in the backfield, has nowhere to go, and the Hawks read that one well. Lance Jackson, the first man in there. And the ball goes over on downs to the Hawks.
Yeah, Jalen Bordley is who.
So the Hawk defense stiffens down here inside the 25 and gives the ball back to Akari Johnson and company as the Hawk offense is back in business. Nick Bells coming around the left side, gets it up to the 30, a pickup of 8 on 1st down.
Yeah, Aid Manley there for Pittsburgh making that stop.
Quick snap again, hand off to Bells again. Bells has enough for the 1st down. 2nd effort there at the end of that play. Nick Bells, good hard runs, 2 back-to-back.
Jaquavian Veasley there for the stop, but not after a 1st down.
Hawks with tempo now.
And Juan Amador there for the stop for Pittsburgh.
2nd and 5. Bells. And this time he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's number 33, Jordan Vickers. Now Jalen Bordley coming in to give Bells a little bit of a breather. About 6 runs in a row there for him. It'll be 3rd down and 8 to go for the Hawks. Ball on our own 37-yard line. Jackson coming back in at the H-back position now. 2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. Bordley is the tailback. They fake to Bordley. Akari wants to throw. Firing down the field. Incomplete.
Yeah, Lance Jackson did a great job becoming the defensive player there and knocking the ball out of the Pittsburgh defensive man's hands.
Yeah, that ball again could have been intercepted.
And some pressure put on Akari there. Forced him to throw it off his back foot and just really didn't have enough to get it there to Lance Jackson.
So for the first time tonight, Cade Martin is back to punt for the Hawks. A spiraling punt. And it's going to take a beautiful Pleasant Grove roll all the way down to the 11-yard line. And Cade was hit at the end of this, and there is a flag. They're going to call it running into the kicker, so they're saying, do you want it here, or do you want to add it on to the end of thing, so it will not be the automatic first down variety, and Pleasant Grove says add it to the end of this, and so it'll just back the Pirates up to the 6. So it's a running into, not a roughing.
Well, I don't think that Kate agreed.
No, Kate. 3:06 left in this first half. It was down at the 11. They need to back it up 5 from there after the penalty. No, they're going the wrong way there, boys. There we go. Let's get this thing turned around and go 5 yards the other way. We're going to get there. We go. Back it up to the 6. I can even do 11 minus 5, Jay, and I've got a communications degree and can teach English. How you like that?
Multi-talented.
Hey, you know, get over multiples of 5, though. We're just going to start running into problems. So the Pirates have it first down and 10 at their own 6-yard line. As LaChristian Johnson and company make their way back out here.
Got Jackson off the edge.
2 receivers right side, 1 left. Hand the ball off to Hall. Hall trying to come left, cannot make the corner.
And may have lost a couple of yards there.
Did lose a couple back to the 4. Lance Jackson, the man chasing him out of bounds there. We'll make it 2nd down and 12 now for Pittsburgh. Two receivers on the right side, 1 receiver to the left side. Jackson hands the ball to Hall again, and he barely gets out of the end zone if he does. And
yeah, it looks like that's another loss of about a yard.
They're stopping it here. PG calls a timeout. The Hawks want to preserve a little time here with 2:19, and yeah, he was fortunate just to get out of the end zone on that play. PG with 1 timeout remaining. And with 3rd down here and the ball all the way back on the 2-yard line, PG looking at an opportunity for some great field time as possible. Again, halftime coming up shortly. And, we'll keep it right here with it with our field camera shot, but you will begin to see the back, which may be something interesting. You'll get to see halftime from a different perspective. If you're watching from home, if you travel with the team, you've watched halftime from the visiting stands several times. So, Hawk defense back out there as they blow the whistle to try to get the Pirates to get back out here as well. There's our cheerleaders.
Yeah, I did see McFadden there on the around the huddle, and of course he's definitely in shorts tonight. But great news is I did not see him in the ankle boot
zone. The Hawk defense, you can bet, will have their ears pinned back, and the ball carrier barely gets to the line of scrimmage. Lance Jackson had him stood up there with a couple of other Hawks, and it's going to be 4th down now, and the Pirates will be forced to punt. And the Hawk defense, very impressive on these 3 plays with the Pirates backed up to their own end zone. And the Pirates are going to let it roll down as long as they can. I guess the Hawks may have went ahead to stop it there. I thought the Pirates were going to try to let it roll down.
Yeah, it looks like Pleasant Grove is out of timeouts.
PG did use their final timeout. The motion that the referee made was over to the Pittsburgh sideline, so I was trying to figure out what Pittsburgh, I didn't think they would intentionally stop it. I thought they may try to let as much time burn down before they got the punt off. So the Hawks will have 2 minutes and 11 seconds to work with here after the punt. This is where if you're on special teams, you tell them, don't do anything dumb. Don't hit the punter after the kick or anything like that.
Well, and I like the fact that they've got Bordley back there, going to try to receive this punt. He should be able to get Pleasant Grove in great field position standing right now at about the 39 or 40-yard line.
Yeah, anytime you can receive a kick 10 yards deep in your opponent's territory, you've got a chance to maybe set your offense up for something.
And it all starts with the snap.
Waiting on the kick here. Styles is the punter. He gets a line drive punt up, and I think somebody might have got a hand on it or it was just shanked, but the Hawks had some pressure there, and that ball went out of bounds inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So the Hawks, 1st and 10 at the Pirate 18 with 2:07 left in the first half. PG leading it 28-7, and last offensive drive kind of fizzled a little bit there, and we'll see if we can punch something in here just before the half. PG does kick off to the Pirates to start the second half of play.
Yeah, the snap was a little bit high, but Sexton was the one who came darting across in front of the punter, requiring him to speed up his motions.
Corey Johnson has 2 receivers split to each side. He wants to stops the clock with 2:02 left, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Pittsburgh has done a very, very good job tonight being able to alternate the pressure that they've been able to apply to Akari. And I think that it may be that you'll possibly reduce the number of routes that you've got going out. And
to Bells. Akari again being pursued in the backfield. Now he just throws it out of bounds and incomplete.
Yeah, good coverage there by the Pittsburgh backfield. Lance Jackson coming on.
Justin Castile coming in as well. As Bordley says he needs a little bit of a breather there after running around in the end zone quite a bit. He and Torian Phillips both coming out. 2 receivers now split to each side. Lance Jackson in the slot to the left. Akari wants to throw. No, he's going to pull it down. Akari Johnson has some room. Picks up a beautiful block from Bells. Touchdown, Pleasant Grove. It's a flag that comes in at the end of this. But Nick Bells is the reason for that touchdown. He completely blew up the defender.
Yeah, number 33 for Pittsburgh hits Akari about 3 steps into the end zone, and flag is thrown.
We're going to take it on the kick, or on the kickoff. There's a late hit personal foul against the Pirates. Touchdown is good, so Akari Johnson, his 2nd score via the run tonight. And now we wait on Caleb Jones' extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. 1:46 remaining in the first half. Pleasant Grove 35, Pittsburgh 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pittsburgh. The Hawks set to kick off. Caleb Jones set to kick, has the ball teed up on the right hash. We talked about it last week. Coach Gibson, usually if there's a personal foul penalty and the Hawks get to start inside the opponent's territory, always will try an onside kick, and it looks like Jones may be setting up for that here in this situation. 1:46 left in this first half. PG up 35-7. Here, game number 2. Have it. Pleasant Grove has it. It bounces around, and the Hawks are in business. Torian Phillips falling on the onside kick.
Yeah, I believe that was Akari Johnson that actually knocked the ball out of the Pittsburgh player's hands, and Torian being at the right place at the right time.
So now this Hawk offense back out on the field, 25 yards away from the end zone. Kari hands the ball off to Jalen Bordley. Bordley looking for some room in the middle. Tripped up by Marcus Moten. He gets inside the 20. Down to the 18. It'll be 2nd down and 3 to go. Hawks quickly back to the line now. Johnson pitches to Bordley. Bordley coming left. Picks up a block from Lance Jackson. Bordley bounces off a tackler at the 5. In. Touchdown. Pleasant Grove. Jalen Bordley.
Great block there by Lance Jackson, and he is still
blocked by the big junior. Now Caleb Jones set to kick. His kick is up, and it is good. 1:22 now left in the first half. Hawks 42, Pirates 7. We're going to stay here with it. Again, just want to remind you, when you look on your screen here, you look at all the 4 corners of the screen, you can see the folks who sponsor Texarkana Game Day, all the commercials that you see as we go there, but our presenting sponsors, the ones who bring it to you each and every week, Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, State Bank, Greg Orr Auto, Roe Casa, and Reliance Mechanical Contractors. Our timeouts are brought to you by Texas A&M Texarkana, Commercial National Bank, bringing you our scoreboard each and every week. And also see, Texar on there, Sports Magic is on there. And so, again, just any of these folks that you see, let them know not only how much you appreciate them helping bring you Hawk football each week, but also Texarkana Game Day in general. On Wednesday nights, we usually have a team takeover. Hooks was there this last week and really gives these kids a great opportunity to have exposure, to learn interview skills, and it's really helped increase recruitment and visibility for schools in Texarkana and around. And so thank you to everyone who helps us make that possible. Caleb Jones with the ball teed up now once again as the Hawks spread the lead 42-7. 1:22 here left in the first half as Caleb makes sure everybody is ready and gets this thing kicked off high end over end kick. Fielded at the 15-yard line by Hunter Winchester. Winchester's going to get it up across the 25, around the 26. And they get off the field there. And so the Pirates will have just a little over a minute to work with here in the first half. We haven't seen them throw it around a lot. Did have a long pass complete to Nick Stiles, but really not much more in the passing game for the Pirates tonight. And so we'll see what they try to do. 1 timeout remaining on their side. 1:15 to work with here.
Well, Matt, you mentioned that takeover at walk-ons, and I believe in 2 weeks we're actually going to be looking forward to what they have to share.
Absolutely. Lots of good stuff going on out there at Texas A&M. Run play here from the Pirates, and the Hawks read it well, and it seems like maybe Pittsburgh may be content to head into the locker room and try to regroup here. Jalen Holloway on the carry, and he was bottled up immediately. And I believe that was B.J. Rochelle, the first man in there from the defensive tackle position.
Yeah, very good stop there. And, Pittsburgh don't want to take this into halftime. What you don't want is a turnover.
Loss of 1 on the play makes it 2nd down and 11. Holloway with the ball again. And again, he's going to be dropped for a loss. This time Noah Sexton comes up, and he'll add another TFL to his stat line as the clock runs. And there's more play clock than there is game clock, and the Pirates don't have to snap the ball if they don't want to, and it looks like maybe they're content to take this thing into halftime and talk about what kind of adjustments they may make. Again, the Hawks will kick off to start the second half, but that's going to be the way the first half ends as the clock winds down. Pleasant Grove leading 42-7 as both teams make their way into halftime. We'll take a short break and come back and bring you the halftime show. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. The convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, and the great Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown, or visit gregorauto.com.
Well, if you want to go to well, don't tell me that because I'll do it. Far side of the section. It's actually really clean bathroom. I was impressed. That's a big plus right there, right? For a little high school visitor side concession stand. I mean, this used to be the home side. Yeah, I was wondering with the fresh spot. Years ago, this was the home side. All right, well, it's really clean. You'll enjoy it. Huh? That's why they got nice stands. Oh, that makes sense. They got back to 2 feet. Just because they were being told. Sad thing is, years ago, when I called ball games here, that's where I was at. That's what he needs to make. He needs to make the bathroom.
national champion medium team, the award-winning Pleasant Grove Showstoppers. The Showstoppers are celebrating their 40th anniversary this year. Our 2023 Showstopper officers are Junior Lieutenant Amy Womack, Senior Lieutenant Lauren Hornsby, Senior Lieutenant Brianna Jackson, Senior Lieutenant Nora Jordan. The Showstopper captain is Senior Jace Ramos. The Showstoppers are under the direction of Mrs. Christy Robinson and will perform a kick routine to Lone Star. Award-winning Pleasant Grove Pride in Motion Band. The Pride in Motion Band is led on the field by junior drum majors Deanna Dyer and Owen Brosnan. band will be performing their 2023 competition show, Ascension. Pleasant Grove High School Band. The Pride and Motion Band is under the direction of James Kevin Sykes, Anderson, Kevin Clinton, and Ann Preston. In Summer's international points include freshmen Ellen Braza and senior Lori Ann Baker, junior Emily Hobbs, and trombone quartet Luke Williams, Aaron Everett, Owen Braza, and Philip Lamb. This week's sixth of the week is the baritone. Member of the week is Eddie Pack, and member of the week is Mason Wright. We'd like to thank the Pleasant Grove Band Booster Club, school board, and administration for their continued support of our program. Go Hawks! Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present to you in a combined halftime performance, the Pittsburg High School and 8th grade band. Majorettes for the high school and junior high bands are sophomore Cameron Cato, sophomore Lily Abernathy, senior captain Natalie Garza, sophomore Riley Moore, sophomore Audrey Brown, sophomore Michelle Noriega, sophomore Reagan Stewart, 8th grader Jocelyn Flores, 8th grader Layla Norman, 7th grader Aaliyah Cochran, 8th grader Violeta Castillo, 7th grader Adeline Linsheiser, 7th grader Rose Gonzalez, and 7th grader Madison Smith. At this time, the band and majorettes will now perform to Shake It Off. ISD is proud to present, in a performance of musical excellence and tradition, the award-winning Pittsburg High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Alessandro Gutierrez and Junior Drum Major Riley Nichols. Cypress Bank Bandman of the Week are Odette Burgos and Sarah Martinez. Section of the Week is the bass drum. Tonight, the band proudly marches in the style of our nation's military to the Double Men of Kyle, War March of the Tartars, Purple Pageant, University of North Dakota, and British Eight. Now assembled in the center of Pirate Stadium. One of the most decorated military bands in the state of Texas. That classic look, that awesome sound, that thunder across the land, the pride of Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh High School Marching Band.
No.
first division rating from all three judges, qualifying them for the UIL state.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pittsburg. The Hawks have retaken the field, and we're waiting on the Pirates to do the same on the other end. Good halftime show there by both bands, and as you heard them say, both bands earning first division ratings at the regional contest this last Tuesday, Jay, and so they both advance on. From here on, it's split. Military bands go one way, corps bands like we are at Pleasant Grove go another, and so again tomorrow, invitational meet in Winsboro, but then next weekend we'll be competing in the area contest, and if finish high enough in that, we'll make the trip down to San Antonio here at the end of October, hopefully for the state marching contest. So exciting things going on there.
It's always good to have early season goals still intact, and
that's right.
That's the goal for the band, to be able to make it to San Antonio and continue scoring those ones.
So let's get ready to come out here. The Hawks leading 42-7. One of those coming through the air to Jackson Gibson. Had a couple of touchdown runs by Kari Johnson, a touchdown run by Nick Bells, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown by Jalen Boardley. I think that was all of them.
I think that was it, and I happened to be down near the field whenever Pleasant Grove came out of the locker room, and I saw an extra look of determination on a lot of the players and coaches, and so look for Pleasant Grove to try to close this game out, but may not see any gas let up with how this night has taken a toll on both teams.
It's been an emotional and physical battle out there on the field for sure. The Hawks kicking off to start this second half. Of course, Caleb Jones doing the kicking duties after Carter Buxton made an early exit this evening as part of a little bit of the stuff going on up there earlier. Kari Johnson did have 235 yards through the air in the first half. We talked about the Hawk offense coming out, kind of working on some different things, and they really worked on the passing game quite a bit in that first half and put him at 235 after the first two quarters.
And Pittsburgh did make some adjustments, but once Pleasant Grove realized those adjustments being made, that's when Nick Bells and Boardley and Akari started using their legs to advance the ball for Pleasant Grove.
And so we'll see what adjustments the Pirate offense makes. They took their opening drive down the field, had some really good runs by Jalen Holloway, and then the Hawk defense really changed up and began to get some pressure and pretty much shut down the offense after that. And so we'll see how this second half kicks off. High end over end kick, and it goes out of bounds, and so it'll be a little procedure penalty here. And so the Pirates will start up at the 35-yard line. And we will get this thing rolling from there. Got some folks out there at our external microphones. You can see that. We'll see if we get this crowd fired back up into it. And a lot of folks are beginning to thin out over on the Pittsburgh side after the band and cheerleaders performed at halftime. A little bit longer halftime there. They had their, looked like their little cheerleader camp or something that they had this week.
Well, I will give a shout out to the Hawk fans that did make the
good crowd here
to Camp County here for this game tonight. Definitely a good crowd here for Pleasant Grove.
Pirates come out now, two receivers to the left side, one receiver on the right side. Jackson hands the ball off to Hall, and he is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Both teams picking up where they left off. That's Noah Sexton, the man in there. No gain on the play. I do want to say hello to my buddy Marshall McKellar. He got on at halftime asking for the score. I was like, man, we got a commercial National Bank scoreboard on there all the time. If you'll watch us during the game, you'll know what the score is. Don't just swing by during halftime. He's another hooks guy there.
Our producer did take the scoring layer off to allow the entire field to show for the band, so that's why he didn't have access to it during halftime.
Hall on a run again, and again he's bottled up in the middle. That time Buck Anderson coming up to help make the stop. Holloway getting his first carry of the second half. It had the same result. 3rd down and 9 here. 2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. We'll see if Johnson puts some air in the ball.
Wheeler showing some pressure.
Now they're going to look over to the sideline and see if they can get the call. Jaden Scales out here. Showing a little pressure as well. We got 5 seconds on the play clock, and they're having a hard time getting this thing in, and they are not going to get it in. And we're going to see if they give them a timeout, and they do. And so lots of confusion over there for the Pirates. We'll stay here with it as they burn an early timeout. Timeout's brought to you each and every week by Texas A&M, Texarkana. And, Jay, you were talking about the A&M Eagles teams are going to be joining us on a Wednesday takeover there at Walk-Ons. And, man, they're steadily growing programs over there, baseball, softball, soccer.
Well, and I think over the next few months, you're actually going to have a few more announcements of some additional sports over the next 12 to 18 months. So I'm excited to hear the growth that's going to be coming from that program.
And Michael Galvan, of course, you recognize the last name there. His son's played through some teams here, but athletic director over there, and really just has a vision for what he wants that to be. Got a new president over there. As well, and I know you guys had a big event over there.
Yeah, Dr. Ross Alexander has come in and has really hit the ground running, and he got to experience the first Eagle Roundup for the first time, which is the Alumni Association's recognition of some distinguished faculty and alum, and what a great event. We actually had that outside most of the time, but COVID has delayed it for a few years, but we had to move that inside, but Eagle Hall was a perfect spot for that event.
Awesome. So after the A&M timeout, we are back out here on the field. Johnson is going to be hit in the backfield. Lance Jackson and company meet Johnson and bring him down. Buck Anderson was back there as well. Didn't see a couple of those other numbers, but several Hawks involved in that. And now 4th down and about 17 to go, and now Akari Johnson, I think that's Akari, standing back near the 40-yard line.
No, that's going to be Bordley.
That is Bordley. Yep, he turned there. Okay.
Eager to get back out there, though.
Ball bounces at midfield, and Bordley is going to scoop it up just inside the 40. Jalen Bordley gets it back across the 50. He's trying to make the corner, and Bordley has a curve around here. Jalen Bordley at the 30, and he's going to be tripped up inside the Pirate 30 near the 29-yard line, and so the Hawks will have good field position here to start the second half, and it's like a flag on the play. You can call a hold against the Hawks during the return, so it'll back it up a little bit. Bordley with a good return there, and the Hawks will start in plus territory as we start the second half on offense. So the defense comes out, picks up right where they left off, forces a punt. And they're actually going to mark it off from about the 40, so we're going to get all the way back to the 48-yard line, still on the plus 48. So we'll see what Akari Johnson and company do as they come out on the field. Jalen Bordley will be in at tailback. 1 receiver to the right side, 1 to the left side, got an H-back in the game. Torian Phillips playing that position. They hand the ball off to Bordley. Bordley with some room in the middle. Jalen Bordley looking for a seam. Jalen Bordley into the heart of the Pirate defense. Gets it down inside the 25-yard line. Good first down run for Jalen. And he'll move the sticks. It's 1st and 10 Hawks at the 24.
And it's like that hold never happened because that's about where Levi Lane tackled Bordley on that punt return.
Now the Hawks look over for the play from the sideline. Again, 1 receiver split wide to each side. Bordley lined up to the left of Akari Johnson. No, this time it's Nick Bells. Bells on the carry. Nick Bells gets into the second level, and he'll be brought down the 16-yard line. 6 yards or so on first down. 2nd down and 4.
And once again for them, double fours, Levi Lane there for the stop.
Hawks with tempo in the same formation. Bells again. The Hawks coming out on the ground here. And the Trench Dogs up front, helping to push the line down the field. Gets it inside the 10. It's 1st and goal for the Hawks at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to talk with Daryl Smith Sr.
Yep.
And he shared that he spoke with you on Facebook, I guess,
Reached
about
out
that.
to me, absolutely. Told me to get it right. Hand the ball off now. Jalen Boardley looking for some room around the right side and really kind of got bogged up maybe behind one of his own guys there before he could get that one going. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Picks up about a yard on the play.
Yeah, Jordan Victor's doing a very, very good job coming across behind the line as Boardley was trying to find a hole to make that stop.
Again, the Hawks with tempo, quickly back and moving. Boardley gets the call again. Lowers his shoulder at the linebacker. He'll get it inside the 5. He'll be down near the 3. 3rd down and goal from there. Lance Jackson coming in to the H-back's position. He'll spell Torion Phillips. And Nick Bell's coming back in place of Boardley. Justin Castile comes in as Landon West, the extra blocker, comes out. 3rd down and goal from the 3 as we roll inside of 7.5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. 10 seconds on the play clock. We'll see if we have time to get this thing off here. 5 now, 4, 3, 2. We got the snap off. Fake the handoff. Akari rolling left, throws, touchdown. Hawks. Lance Jackson, tight end, standing wide open on the R in the end zone. And the Hawks changing up course here. Run, throw it in for a pass. Last couple of drives, we passed it down the field and threw it in. Ran it in at the end.
And Lance Jackson was standing there all by himself.
Just wide open. Boozer's set to kick. His kick is up. It's good. 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Hawks 49, Pirates 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
Welcome back here. We've had a Ty Boozer kickoff, and we got a return on here, and the Pirates getting it all the way up across the 35-yard line, around the 37. Decent return there. That's Marcus Moten, number 7 for them. Caleb Jones got the ball kicked off there. And did I say Boozer? Is that what I said?
You did.
No,
you did.
his name is right under Caleb Jones on the roster here. See, I told you I still have to cheat, and I messed myself up.
You had him making the PAT as well, but, you know.
Hey, my man is multi-talented. He just may not know it.
When it's 49-7, I'm not going to correct you.
Thank you.
Too much.
I'm going to start highlighting Caleb Jones. I don't know. It's one of those things, once it gets in my brain, it sort of sticks with me there. Pirates back out on the field. The Hawk defense forced 3 negative plays before a punt last time. We'll see what the Pirates can do here. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 on the right side. Hand the ball off to the tailback. That's Hall, and we are right where we were on the last drive. That Hawk defense reading it well. Number 34, Mathis Buxton, the first man in there. Also big number 77, K.J. Greer.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove is bringing a minimum of 5 every play to provide this extra pressure.
Loss of 2 on the play makes it 2nd and 12 with 2 receivers split to each side. They look over to the sideline to get the play call. Hawks showing pressure across the front. Quarterback dropping back, trying to set up a screen pass. Incomplete. Holloway unable to pull it in. And it'll be 3rd down and 12. The play was set up pretty decently. Might have had some blockers there in front of him, and Holloway just really unable to see it in. Not sure if he tried to turn too early or he might have been hearing some footsteps.
Yeah, I think the footsteps were there. Landon West was one of the ones that was coming in pretty quick. But that pressure just seems to be speeding up the movements of the quarterback and the running backs back there, and these errors can definitely creep into your offense that way.
I think the Pirates are going to burn another timeout here as they try to get a play call in, and it is going to be a delay of game. So unable to get things lined out, and just some frustration over there on the Pittsburgh sideline from the coaches, and not quite sure where some of the confusion was. But the 5-yard penalty will now make it 3rd down and 17 to go. Moves the ball back to the 30-yard line. 3 receivers left side, 1 on the right side. LaChristian Johnson is joined by Lane Hall in the backfield. Johnson rolling to his left, trying to get away from pressure, throws incomplete. Trying to get it to Marcus Moten, and he takes a shot right before the ball gets there. KJ Reeder coming in to break that one up.
Yeah, that was actually Xavier
Johnson, yeah.
And that's the 2nd big hit he has placed tonight. So footsteps are definitely being heard by all on the Pittsburgh side of the ball tonight.
So 4th down and 17 now from their own 30, and the Pirates will be punting once again, and the last 2 offensive drives for them have netted negative yardage as this Hawk defense has been able to provide some pressure. And Roland Ritchie is trying to get a return set up for the Hawks. He'll be shoved out of bounds inside the 40. He's down at the 38-yard line. The sophomore getting some time back there in the return game. So Pleasant Grove will have it 1st down and 10 at our own 37-yard line.
Yeah, Jalen Holloway getting in there, throwing the Pleasant Grove return man to the ground.
Just inside of 6 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter. The Hawks lead it 49-7. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right side. And looks like we've got a quarterback change. Walker Wright is now in at quarterback. Good to see him back out there after a little injury early in the year. He completes the ball out here to Torion Phillips. Torion Phillips looking for some room. Or is that Bordley? Can't really read the numbers. It is Torion Phillips. And he's going to be down all the way at the 5-yard line. Looked like he came out of that H-back position, and just a good run after the catch. And they get Walker Wright, just a quick little pass there, get his legs under him, and all of a sudden here we are, 1st and goal at the 5 once again for the Hawk offense.
Yeah, that gives the Hawk offense just under 300 yards passing for the night.
Two receivers on the left side now, 1 on the right side for Walker Wright. Rolling out to his left. He wants to throw. The southpaw incomplete. Good coverage that time by the defender. That was number 19, Torabino Willis, breaking up the play. Looked like he had a man open there, and Willis did a good job of closing in on that. Maybe Walker took a little bit too much time throwing it. 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Wright hands the ball off to Jordan Patterson. He's a junior running back. He'll be brought down in the backfield to be a loss of 6 on the play. Loss of 5, back to the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Hawks from there.
Yeah, I'm thinking Walker may go back to Gibson one more time.
Right, pitches it out, little quick pitch. There's a flag on the play. Hawks are in for a touchdown. We'll see what the call is here. That's Jordan Patterson. It'll be his 2nd touchdown on the season if the play stands. And we'll see what the call is here. I didn't tell what that was, but it came as soon as the snap happened. It's a false start against the Hawks, and so touchdown will come off the board, and we'll back it up 5 yards. We'll have 3rd down and goal to go from the 14.
Yeah, that quick little pitch play has worked well for Pleasant Grove over the last couple of weeks as it's been brought into their offense.
Walker Wright in at quarterback. Jackson Gibson, the man by himself on the left side. Justin Castile, wide right on the right side. 2 receivers over there. They fake the pass to Peterson. Throwing across the middle. Caught! Touchdown, Hawks! Jackson Gibson. So they're just one play behind what you called. And Walker Wright hits Jackson Gibson in the end zone. And it is a Pleasant Grove touchdown.
So he now has 7 touchdowns for the year.
And now we wait on Caleb Jones' extra point. Snap is back, the kick is up, and it is good. Just over 4 minutes left in the third. Hawks 56, Pirates 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day. Folks, welcome back here to Pittsburg. Caleb Jones with the ball. Teed up, set to kick off once again. 4:04 left here in the third. The Hawks up 56-7. High end over end kick. This time fielded at the 4-yard line by the deep man for Pittsburg. He's going to get it up to the 24-yard line, be brought down there. Number 25, Terrell Patton, the first man down for the Hawks to bring Willis down there. And so the Pirates will come back out. And again, this Hawk defense in the second half, Jay, has come out with a fire underneath them.
Well, they've peeled back the onion, and they are sending 5 and 6 every single play and really getting back there quick, causing all sorts of disruptions on that Pittsburgh offense. So you're going to start seeing some new and fresh names out there, but I expect the pressure to continue.
Absolutely. A little update here. Texas High 23-7 as they start the final quarter of that game down there in Marshall. Pirates come back out here now on the field on offense. 2 receivers to the left side, 2 on the right side. And Lane Hall is the tailback. Johnson wants to throw, fires incomplete. Trying to get it out to Nick Stiles. And really just too far in front of him. Jaden Scales was out there providing coverage. He's a sophomore.
Well, Matt, I was excited to have my only true fan come up here and watch us a little bit in the press box.
Hung out with us for a minute.
Had my wife up here, and I think she gained a little more respect for what you and I do each and every week.
At least it stressed her out a little bit, and saw one of your redeeming qualities there, Jay. 2 to the right side, 2 to the left side. So, no, always good when there's a lot that goes on up here in this booth maybe that people don't see. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. She came to check that out. Mine's hanging out down there in the stands somewhere. And good Friday night football is a good family affair, especially high school variety. 3rd down now and 7 to go for the Pirates. 3 receivers out to the left side, 1 on the right side. Johnson sends Hall over to his right. He looks left, wanting to throw, fires incomplete, and just unable to connect with his intended receiver. And I tell you, I think Johnson is just a little bit shook, has some guys in his face, and really just unable to get anything going here in the second half. And so once again, the Hawk defense forcing a kick, and we're trying to keep up with the clock here, but they're also allowing this clock to run here at Pittsburg, and so you may see us kind of speeding up here to catch up on our display as we're working this again tonight, and I think they're just content to let this thing get away. Low snap here, and the punter is going to get a short shank punt, and the Hawks are going to have it once again, starting field position inside Pirate territory. And so Pleasant Grove will take over first down and 10 at the Pittsburg 41-yard line. Walker Wright led the team out here to a touchdown. He connected with Jackson Gibson on the last Hawk drive. And we anticipate to see the sophomore QB back out there again here.
It looks like number 61 is going to go out there and get some time in, Spencer Stokes.
See Jace Elrod out there at receiver. Jordan Patterson, again at tailback. Jabrian Baltimore is a receiver over on the left side of the formation. They hand the ball off to Patterson. Jordan Patterson, boy, it looked like he had a seam there. Really wrapped up right at the end of his run. Got across the 35-yard line down to the 34. Pickup of 7 on first down. It'll be second down and 3.
Yeah, cutting that ball into the center of the field, he definitely had a lane, but it closed up quick by the Pittsburgh defense there.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right side for Walker Wright. Hands the ball off again. And this time, Patterson just trips up around the 30, but he does lean forward enough for the first down. It'll be first and 10 Hawks. Ball at the 30-yard line as we roll inside of a minute and a half here in this third quarter.
And he was able to ride Spencer Stokes behind and just able to cut to his left there at the end to get an extra yard or 2 there. So great job by Spencer getting out there and taking his man down the field.
And so, yeah, you see Caden Allen over here on the sideline getting a breather. Darrell Smith Jr. over here as well. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left side. Again, hand the ball to Patterson. Just a little bit of kind of slipping there on the first steps, and I don't know if that's just he and Walker Wright trying to get the timing down, but that time he kind of got a little bit behind the blockers there and got bottled up. May have picked up half a yard is all. It'll be second down, and that may be we're about a couple of second differential between the play clock and the game clock, and so we will have one more snap here in this third quarter.
And Landon West just coming in, he's got some good hands.
Yeah, West has caught a few passes out of the backfield here from the H-back position, and maybe that's what we'll see here. They move West over to the right side of the formation. 3 seconds on the play clock, and again the ball hands off to Patterson. Patterson, a good hard run that time, gets some pushes from the lineman behind him. He'll get it down to the 26-yard line, and that's the way this third quarter is going to roll out. Your score at the end of 3, Pleasant Grove 56, Pittsburgh 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pittsburgh as we get ready to start the final quarter of the ball game. PG leading it 56-7 over the host Pittsburgh Pirates here in week 2 of District 7 4A play. Also around the district, Longview Spring Hill up 35-34 over North Lamar. Just 8.5 minutes left in the ball game over there, so that one tight. Gilmer up 56-12 over Liberty Ilo. Walker Wright and company for the Hawks out on the field. Handed off to Jordan Patterson. Patterson runs to the right, back to the left, and he's going to, that's actually not Patterson, Landon West.
So those hands.
Yeah. Got me tricked up on I was following Patterson and thought he had the ball. Pretty good play fake carried out by the sophomore there, obviously. So to move the sticks, it's first down Hawks all the way down to the 12-yard line. First and 10, Pleasant Grove. Everybody trying to get lined up. Roland Ritchie out at receiver now over on the left side. They send two receivers over to the right side. Now they bring them back over to the left side. That's Torion Phillips out there at the H-back. Walker Wright, little quick pitch to Patterson. Patterson trying to get around the corner, slung forward down near the 7-yard line. The Hawks can get a first down near the 1. It'll be second down and 5 to go.
Yeah, Jordan Vickers there making that stop, just becoming a brick wall and not allowing him to advance any further than he did.
So Patterson getting a lot of action here in the final couple of quarters. Play call comes in from the sidelines. We have 10 seconds on the play clock.
A draw for Wright. How about that? Give him a TD.
Patterson wants to carry again. Pulled down from behind. May have picked up a yard on the play. Got it down to the 5. Third down and 3 to go now.
And Levi Lane once again getting called to help make that stop. At this point in the game, it's comes down to a little pride. You don't want them to score any more than they can.
Hawks trying to maybe get some other guys an opportunity to get into the end zone. Like I said, Patterson scored at the end of the Paris game there on homecoming. Maybe they'll try to get him in the end zone here, but this time he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That time, number 54, Brian Cardenas, a senior defensive lineman for the Pirates, brings him down back at the 8. We're making fourth down. And about 6 to go now. Again, the Hawks can get a first down without a touchdown. Two receivers out to the right side, one to the left side. Walker Wright now has a man in motion, hands it off to Justin Castile. Little zoom sweep around the left side, and the Pirates read this one well. So the ball will go over on downs to Pittsburg. And they will have it at their own 14-yard line. So the Hawks threatening, but unable to punch it in down there in the red zone.
Yeah, Jordan Vickers able to pick that up real quick and gets in there for a tackle for loss for him. So the Pirates have it at their own 14-yard line. 9 minutes left in this ball game. Hawks with a commanding 56-7 lead here. We'll see if we just can't get this thing rolled off and we get out of here in the next few minutes or so. Ball hands off to Lane Hall. He'll be brought down inside the 20. May have picked up 4 yards on the play or so. Bring up second down and 6 to go. Terrell Patton comes up to make the tackle. Yeah, the Hawks are really doing a good job tonight just swarming to the ball. A lot of times it's real hard for us to pick out the first one that makes that contact just because there's so many involved in each play.
Lots of white jerseys around there. Johnson loses the ball. It's on the ground. He falls on it, though. So it'll be a loss on the play back outside the sticks. It'll bring up third down and 11. So a little miscue out there from the Pirate offense.
He alluded to the defense really wanting to try to get 3 turnovers tonight, and we're one shy.
See, maybe it'd be a good spot in the game for it. Also wanted to keep them under 14, so far able to do that. One receiver out to each side for LaChristian Johnson. He's flanked by 3 in the backfield. Hands the ball off to Hall again, and he will not have enough for the first down. Gets it back up to the 14-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down and 10 to go.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove defense, even with their number 2s and 3s out there, still looking good, controlling this Pittsburgh offense to very short gains, if any at all.
Rolling inside of 7 minutes now left in the game. 4th down, the punt unit in, and Hawk return man standing near his own 40. This a high end-over-end kick. Sends K.J. Reeder back to the 45-yard line. He's running backwards trying to get a return on. Reeder now back to where he got it, and he's into Pirate territory. K.J. Reeder threading the sideline and gets it all the way down to the 30. So a good return there by the senior, K.J. Reeder, getting an opportunity in the special teams game. So the Hawks will have it inside Pirate territory at the 30. 1st and 10. We'll scrimmage from there. As the clock now rolling down inside of 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Aiden Manley there to make the stop to keep Pleasant Grove from getting past the 30-yard line.
Walker Wright will look at 2 receivers to his right side and 1 to the left side. Oh, going to get Noah Sexton out there at the H-back position. I'm not sure I've seen him play that this year. Hand the ball off to Patterson. Patterson bounces off of a tackler. Patterson at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal Hawks all the way down to the 6. Jordan Patterson.
I sort of like Sexton at that H-back.
Sexton put a pretty good block on there. You got a guy that'll knock your head off on defense. He probably doesn't mind being the aggressor a little bit on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he may point out to Coach that could be something he could use later in the season.
They bring him out now, and Terrell Patton goes in for him. They're patting him on the head, so I think he just want to get out there and maybe try to get him an offensive stat. 2 receivers on the right side, 1 to the left side for Walker Wright and company. Patterson tripped up he's going to be down in the backfield. His knee kind of hit the ground as he started to get going. That's a couple of times. I don't know if he's got a cleat issue or what's going on there, but a couple of times just really unable to get his footing on that first step, and that time knee hit the ground, and, of course, in high school ball, you're down when that happens. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I'm going to age myself big time, but when the Hawks first started their varsity teams, I was the manager, and back then you would screw in longer cleats or shorter cleats depending on their footing, but I don't believe that you do that anymore.
No. Right with the quick pitch out to Patterson. Patterson with some room around the left side trying to cut the corner, and he's in. Touchdown, Hawks. Jordan Patterson.
And I believe that will go down as possibly a pass.
Yeah, a little quick pitch. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. The Hawks have had some success with it. Waiting on the Caleb Jones extra point. This will be the 2nd week in a row that the Hawks score 63 points. 4:17 remaining in the ball game. Pleasant Grove 63, Pittsburgh 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back here to Pittsburg. 4:17 remaining in the ball game. Pleasant Grove expands the lead 63-7 as we roll into the waning minutes of this, finishing out week 2 of District 7 4A, and the district race starting to take shape. Gilmer gets a win tonight over Liberty Ilo 56-12. Spring Hill with a win over North Lamar 42-34. So Spring Hill and Pleasant Grove will be at the top. Gilmer and North Lamar in the middle. So Liberty Ilo and Pittsburg both 0-2 on the district season. Jones' kick will go out of bounds. And so that'll give the Pirates the ball at the 35-yard line. At this point, you're playing for pride and not want anybody to get injured here, and see if we can't get out of here and make our way back to Texarkana. The Hawks next week will be at home. We host Liberty Ilo, one of the final 3 games, 2 of them at home. Middle school will play on Thursday night there, and then we will bring the Leopards over on Friday evening, 7:30 kickoff, and we will recognize the seniors from the band and the drill team on that night. Maybe the cheerleaders, I don't know. I know football will be on the final game on the 3rd, just trying to spread out senior night a little bit and give those kids a little bit more time for recognition. Christian Johnson and company back out here. Holloway on the carry again. Holloway picking up a first down with his legs, and he started off the game really strong, and Hawks did a good job of adjusting to him as the game went on. He came in as their leading runner and has really shown a few splashes tonight of his ability. Johnson again, on the throw. Lots of flags on the play. Firing the ball down the field, incomplete, just overthrows everybody. Looked like maybe an offsides penalty against the Leopards. I mean the Hawks, rather. I was talking about Liberty Ilo there.
Well, and you alluded to the football team celebrating their seniors the last game of the season.
Yep.
And if we would have looked at our schedule earlier in the year, that game could have some district championship tones to it. The way Spring Hill has shot out of this season so far.
Yeah, they'll Spring Hill will have to play Gilmer next week, and that's going to be a big ball game there. Really, because, that could have a lot to do with the rankings as we go. You're exactly right.
I mean, Pleasant Grove and Spring Hill could be facing each other with no district losses at that point in time.
Johnson, and again, the Hawks, some of those young defensive linemen falling for the hard snap. Be a free 5-yard penalty. Johnson is tackled in the backfield. Clock will roll inside of 2.5 minutes. As I think the Pirate faithful are content to let this thing roll out and keep rolling. So the chains will move on a couple of back-to-back penalties.
Eagerness.
Johnson again. This time we stay put, look over and get the play call. As we're now rolling inside of 2 minutes. Hand the ball off to Holloway. Holloway trying to make the corner. Holloway bottled up after a short gain. May have picked up a yard or so on the play. Hard to see all the way across the field. Looks like Jabry in Baltimore. One of the defenders over there, also number 58, Jalen Foster. He's a sophomore. Over there involved with.
And Jalen's got some size to him.
Yeah, he's a good sized kid out there. Like to see that. Plays tackle and defensive end. And a lot of sophomores getting some room there. And then you want to get them some of that Friday night experience, because a lot of those guys will be playing next year for sure. Lane Hall gets another carry for the Pirates tonight. I tell you, they're going to have some pretty decent running numbers tonight. They've been able to pick up some yardage, really just unable to get things going once they get outside the 30s there. Mathis Buxton's helmet comes off, and he's going to have to come out for a play. They get him traded out, and big KJ Greer comes in to give him a spell. And a couple of sophomores trading spots there as well, as we're inside of a minute left in the game. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right side now. Johnson again hands it off to Holloway. Breaks free of a tackle in the backfield, but he is going to be bottled up for a loss back to the 40. Loses 1 yard on the play, and I don't know how you split a tackle for a loss 5 ways, but the coaches will have to figure that one out tomorrow because there were several guys involved with that one.
And that'll probably take us to the end of this ball game.
Yep, we've got more time on the play clock than we do the game clock, and should be the end of that. So again, the Hawks will move to 2-0, 63-7. Jay, we started off back-to-back. The Hawks went down and scored. Pittsburg came and answered quickly. Thought we might turn this into a game, but then that Hawk defense really stood up, forced a couple of turnovers, very aggressive up front, providing all sorts of pressure. Akari Johnson and company moved fluidly down the field. And the Pirates not going to walk across and shake hands here. So our coaches say, hey, just move over here to the opposite side of the field, and that'll be that. So an interesting night beyond the scoreboard, but that will be what that is here. So again, the Hawks will host Liberty Ilo next week, and we will be back at home 2 of the 3 games. And so we will join you next week. But again, your final here, Liberty Ilo 63, Pittsburg 7. The Pirates 0-2 now on the season. And struggling behind in this district race. The Hawks 2-0, tied for first place with Longview Spring Hill, our final week opponent. And we'll see what the stats look like after this week, but the Hawks able to put up a lot of good stuff. Jay, we talked about what we needed to do before the game. I think the Hawks did that on both sides. And you just want to stay sharp, keep everybody healthy, and come out. And so now we move back home next week versus LE, take a big win with us back on the road, back to Texarkana.
Yeah, selfishly, I just wanted Pleasant Grove to come out of this healthy and outside of a shiner. I think that Pleasant Grove did that. So, you know, they'll be ready for Liberty Ilo. I hope that Liberty Ilo is able to field their full team. I know that they had a couple of players
guys out, absolutely.
And so I want so much to be able to see Prevo.
Yeah,
he is such a phenomenal athlete.
Yep.
And I want to be able to see him, and he is going to be fun to watch the next couple years. But this coming week, Liberty Ilo, Hawk fans, show up and be loud.
Should be a good time. Yeah, Prevo's been out a couple weeks. I think Hadaway was out today. So, yeah, hopefully the Leopards get back healthy and maybe get themselves back into this playoff hunt as well. Well, that's going to do it for us here. All of us on Texarkana Game Day, thank you so much to everyone who sponsors us each week. Make sure you let them know how much you appreciate it for there. But for Jay Davis, the entire Texarkana Game Day crew, I'm Matt Fry. Pray that you have a safe trip home, that God blesses you this week, and we will see you next week at home, Hawk Stadium, 7:30 kickoff versus Liberty Ilo. Jay, anything to add?
Go Hawks.
We'll see you next week. This is Pleasant Grove Hawk Football on Texarkana Game Day.